desse. Será que agora vai? Vamos ver. Está carregando aqui. Não era por jogo, não faço a mínima ideia. Mas existe uma maneira de saber. A gente entra na Steam. E ver o que é que se está a passar com o jogo. Que não é nada normal. Vamos às propriedades, está em inglês e tal. Ok. Jogar. Ele está a iniciar. A partida inicia bem. Eu acho que o problema está a ser na internet, gente. Acho que eu estou com um problema na internet outra vez. Essa internet é uma benção. Eu não sei o que é que eu fiz. Ele agora começou mais rápido. Vamos ver. Ó, aparecem as letras. Não estava a aparecer as letras. Agora vamos ver se ele vai carregar os shadows, que é o mais importante. O que é isso que não estava a carregar? Shader. Shadows. Eu vou ter que trocar QG na live. Não acredito. Estava a rodar tão bem ontem, eu não sei o que é que estava a acontecer. Só se eu reiniciar todo o computador. Que não é normal, gente. Estava super funcionando bem ontem. Eu estou até a ouvir a musiquinha aqui e tudo. Só que a imagem não está a aparecer. Nem para vocês, nem para mim. Opa! Agora está a começar a funcionar normal. Ele está a andar rápido já. Fogo. O que é que foi isso? Cara, isso na PlayStation roda rapidão. É su. Esse computador ele está... Estou a precisar dar uma melhorada nesse computador. Não dá para fazer muita coisa porque ele é um portátil, né? Mas é o que é. Aproveitando. vamos aqui ao computador ver como é que está a nossa voz. Vamos aqui ao nosso canal e ver como é que a nossa voz está a sair. Bem, aparentemente está fixe. Apparently it's good, good. So we're gonna copy the link to share on social media and copy this one also. Okay, go to Facebook and just, share with everyone. Alright, let's do it. Push it really good. Então, antes de mais nada, a gente faz assim. Oh, aconteceu. Ok. E agora a gente vai assim, aproveitamos, já copiamos isso aqui, toma, aqui a gente dá um Ctrl pau, descasca nessa manga, já a gente já vai começar. Espetáculo, como diz o outro. How do you like them apples? Aqui já foste. Prontos. Opa, meu amigo estava aí, ele foi-se embora. Caiu a live e ele foi-se embora. É uma pena. Achei eu que ia ter some company. But anyhow. Então, já eu vou começar as introduções, só um minuto. There's one. There's another, and we all good to go. Okay. É isso mesmo. Ok. Bem-vindos ao canal JogaJão, sejam todos bem-vindos, aproveitem o máximo que puderem, se gostarem, comentem, se não gostarem, comentem à mesma, dê uma força aí. E agora vou dizer isso em inglês. What up guys, welcome to my channel, JogaJão, and I hope you enjoy my streaming. If you like it, just, give us a like, comment, share. Help us out and we'll be happy for it. So in some way I'll speak in English also, so we can guys talk with each other. If you guys want to talk, I speak English also, a little bit of Spanish, can diggle something, and I'm actually Portuguese, so feel free for it. Alright, enjoy the game. By the way, the game will be all in English. Ouviram, pessoal? O jogo vai estar todo em inglês. Até vou tirar as legendas. Ok. Legends é boa. I think it's here. Yeah. Display subtitles off. There you go.
Revelio.
Revelio. Let's go, Revelio. And we off set to go. Let's go. So we got about... Oh, what is that? Okay. Oh, some goods. Level 2 for lock. Never mind stealing anyone's clothes. Let's see.
Revelio.
No stealing around here. Neither. Yeah.
Beautification, though.
Let's go.
Professor Hecat is intimidating, but then she has a serious sense of touch. Can't afford to cost students.
Okay. Okay. So we've done this yesterday, so I won't repeat it.
Isn't she?
A gente fez isso ontem, então não vou repetir. Vou tentar pular.
Likely one of... Wait.
É triângulo para pular. Do you have a lot of catch-up? I'm not worried. I do have a lot of catch-up.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. 4 years of school. Of course.
Yeah, we're gonna skip it, because I've done it yesterday. You think you should...
Do you really think you should?
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
It was nice meeting you.
See you next
Nora.
time.
Of course. Adieu.
Okay.
Revelio.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
I'd rather not to talk about it. Yes, I was. Be honest. E agora? What should I choose? O que eu devo escolher? Yes, I was. I'd rather not to talk about it. Yes, I was. Be honest.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Nice meeting you.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Okay. Nice to meeting you.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Arthur's got you. It's all right. You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house.
Hufflepuff.
I'm Arthur.
Eu nem consigo
Thank you.
falar o nome.
Nice to meet you.
Hufflepuff.
Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
Shame, I think magical beasts are incredible. I tend to agree with your mother, no.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Good luck.
Nice
Arthur.
meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Parte com a professora Weasley. Aqui está ela.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Nossa, fechar
Well,
aqui
you
a janela.
are here.
Let me close the
Make the
window.
most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much
Fechar a
discussion
janela,
with the
ligar o
headmaster and the
aquecimento.
Department of Magical Education at the
I
ministry,
went to close the window
we've devised
and
something
turned the heat
extraordinary
on.
to ensure your success.
Too cold. Too bloody
Here
cold.
you are.
Okay. Alright.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Okay.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have.
Alright.
Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Okay.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic,
Revelio.
educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like a field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Do keep up, please.
Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Open field guide.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Ok. Vou tentar. agora? Como é que eu saio? Ah, tá, tinha aqui para ali. Alright.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor. Can you tell me more about Charms as well?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Professor Hackett.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade.
Okay.
You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Okay.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Yeah. I hope it.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Ok. Então bora lá.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
There was something else too. A dash of powdered bath.
Por aqui. Que demora para abrir essa porta.
Revelio.
Trouble, are we? Beat up to no good. Thought as much.
Revelio.
Tá, agora começaram lutas.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay. Levioso.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Caramba, logo eu a começar.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast.
Okay.
Remember, a surprise. Good. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Vai ser engraçado.
This should be easy.
Protego! You're good.
How perceptive. Thank you. This is not to be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner. Stupid Protego. Levioso!
Those things.
If only all of my students were this adept.
Ah, poxa.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Okay.
All right, that's enough.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
If you know the right spells, it's... Oh, I'm not much for dueling.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong. Huh. Always thought Levioso.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've jeweled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest jewel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind. Good.
Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Till next time. Parece que eu desbloqueei alguma coisa. Sounds like I... Aconteceu aqui. Hold on. Hold on. Isso foi esquisito. Aconteceu. Tá preso. Anyway.
Revelio.
Agora eu vou pra onde? Charms Class. Charms Class. Cross Wands. Bora fazer essa primeiro. Cross Wands.
Revelio. Revelio.
Whee! Oh, not again! Here I come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as we're only one time per week, I can plunge the boys' lavatory, not for the heat. He tried to stop me, twisted, rancorous carp thought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
I'll get you for this.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ah, que bugada. Olha.
Oh,
Levioso.
Glad you could make it. Luton's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed wands. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time
Let's
I'll
go.
pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
Spectacular! Let the
We'll
fireworks
make
begin.
you regret signing up.
Ooh.
Protego. Levioso. Ringo. Is that all you've got?
Expulso!
Levioso. Lumos. Levioso. Levioso. Lumos. Protego. Levioso.
Act like a winner!
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again,
Okay.
congratulations on your first crossed wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Revelio.
Thank you very much. Muito obrigado.
Revelio.
Next time you need a partner for Cross Swans, don't hesitate to call on me.
Just wait till I've grown. I feel sorry for your next opponent.
Ok, quests. Atenda as chamos class. Settings, map. Change the appearance. acho que eu sou mais assim. Então top. Agora sim.
Oh, I think
Bora lá.
Revelio.
We sometimes have to remind him to finish.
Levioso.
some of us don't necessarily want to go back to the lesson. Have you ever seen a professor?
Revelio.
I find it jarring to see someone like Professor Weasley at the Three Brews.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie.
O progresso
So
é
you are the new
basicamente o
student.
mesmo.
Have you met
Same
Professor Ronan
characters.
yet?
Até agora
Shall
não
we
vi
begin?
nenhum.
Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will...
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are
Yeah. Agora vamos jogar. Então basicamente as mesmas coisas. Eu li que mudava alguns feitiços, mas vamos ver. Até agora, mesma coisa.
I've always... Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your... Very good! Now, think of this like... That's it! Splendid! Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you come?
Ok.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us see this.
Accio.
Very good.
What's this? There we go. Quite impressive. Here we go. Phew.
Accio.
That's it. let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
A tie was a tie, but
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. Concentrate, Natsai.
Accio.
Splendid!
Watch this. That is how it's done. Brilliant. Be sharp. There we go.
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
yeah, that's me. Uh-huh.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Very good, well done. Well,
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
stop here.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took weeks for me.
I'm glad you understand. I'm holding my own. Took me weeks to get anything right. When I transferred here, it gets easier, I promise. I'm glad you understand.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. My mother is... Before I knew...
Is Wagadu... This may seem...
Everything again. Okay, mostly yes, but I did have to learn how to use wands when I arrived. Here, hardly anyone at Wogadu uses wands.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Until next time.
Of course, you can.
A word, if you would.
If you're so inclined.
What charm is there in...
Okay, give my mission quests.
Revelio.
Alguma coisa aqui.
Revelio.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. Hope your first day's...
I've been fortunate. Revelio.
Accio. Já mora.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Root.
I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Booth.
No, it wasn't.
Levioso.
Anyway.
And it wasn't Black, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Revelio.
Quests. Weasley after quests.
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the... I'm eager to...
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first...
No lesson or lecture, such experience...
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. Accio. Got it. A flying page must be around this. Brilliant.
I trust the preliminary tasks.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly...
Revelio.
Heartbreak. Perhaps.
E agora?
Whoever decided this cannot possibly be as difficult as it
Accio. Revelio. Revelio.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place.
Let's
Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
Ciao. Ai. Vou pular essa parte.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to be taking quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything, given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
how did you manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Well, I suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I shouldn't be allowed in the restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion ingredient. Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
You think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
To the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Oh, hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh? Any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at
Rebellion.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful.
Revelio.
Mr. Moon! He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new fifth year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
I shall be at the castle where it's... Good luck to both of you.
A demi, guys. I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, and he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was.
She was.
She's not well at the moment.
E
but
aí,
she'll be
meu
better
querido?
soon and back
Tudo
at
bem?
Hogwarts.
Chegamos.
Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade. We all flock to it like moths to a flame.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Só descobrindo os lugares. E é? Como assim, mano? Nas lives? Opa, aí sim. Agora o timão fica completo. Que benção, mano. E quando é que tu vai começar a fazer?
Revelio.
Tem alguma coisa aqui. Estranho. Será que deve ser por causa daquele baú? Não, de engasgo. Não sei. Fala, Sebastian.
Revelio.
Eu estou aqui na casa da minha avó quando nos chegar. Opa, bacana, boa. Depois compartilha comigo lá. Não sei se tu tem lá o meu WhatsApp, não tem?
Yes. Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished.
Beleza, fica combinado
Remember,
então.
have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
O gajo manda meter. Ok, primeiro vamos aqui. Opa! Fogo. Faz anos que eu não jogo St. Andrews. É um jogo top.
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Eu daqui a bocado, mais tarde, vou fazer para finalizar o dia. Vou fazer o Stardew Valley.
Thomas Brown.
Vou finalizar daqui a pouco aqui, vou comer qualquer coisa.
I'm afraid I haven't
Vou
yet,
ligar
sir.
para a família e
But you
depois vou
will
fazer
soon
do
enough.
Stardew Valley.
It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts
verdade.
come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, see in it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and grow what you want when you want. Let's have a look. If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
Sério que tem outro igual?
Potato!
Mas qual seria? A única coisa nova que eu tenho é os óculos. Nível 6, nível 7. Vou usar eles. E o resto vou vender tudo. 900 e pouco. O que é que dá para comprar? Nada. É tudo caro. Agora vamos visitar o Ollivanders. Ainda tem esse? Não, esse era onde eu estava. Tem esse aqui e tem esse. Vamos já aqui. Eu não lembro o nome, mas a história é tipo, você morre mais aí, você tem que trabalhar em uma espécie de cemitério. Não estou a ver qual é que é não. Vê se tu consegue achar o nome para mim.
Rebellion.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Ok. Agora vamos escolher a nossa varinha. Primeiro. Graveyard Keep. Vou dar uma olhada. Mas ele é para que plataforma? Para a PlayStation ou para o PC? Ou tem ambos?
Curious indeed. How intriguing. Curious indeed.
Yeah, 12 and square.
How intriguing.
Brightly.
Curious indeed. How intriguing.
E agora? Eu não lembro. The of unicorn serves to the core wand for second consensus. Powerful magic.
Ah, phoenix feather. Exceptionally rare, and a core with a strong... What do you think?
É para o PC? Vou dar uma olhada então depois.
Extraordinary.
Graveyard.
Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future. Now, how did that feel?
Good. Different. I sensed a sort of surge
E é
of
isso,
some
pessoal.
kind.
Vamos ficar por
A
aqui.
match. Your connection seemed
Mais tarde a gente
particularly
volta.
powerful. The
Eu
right
vou comer
wand
qualquer
will
coisa.
learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
Of course. And a phoenix feather core is terribly selective. This will be an excellent match indeed. and the bond between you and your wand
É
should only
brincadeira,
grow
o cara
stronger.
morre depois
Do
de
not be
sair
surprised
do
that your new
serviço.
wand's ability to perceive
Mas
your
quando morre
intentions,
tem que trabalhar de
particularly
novo.
in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again
Beleza, mano,
if
obrigado
ever
por tu
I can be
apareceres
of
aí. Mas
further
depois vou dar uma
assistance.
olhada para ver. E quem sabe a gente depois consegue pegar esse jogo aí. Ora, vamos a gravar aqui. Save the game. É isso aí, pessoal. Um abraço. Até à próxima. Até mais tarde. Daqui a pouco a gente volta com Stardew Valley. Ok? Portem-se bem. E até mais. Fiquem com Deus.